Fiends of Chaos. It's Valentine EX Turk for your Final Fantasy topic discussion. And well, we're gonna be talking about we're gonna be talking about villains. Now, what I mean by villains in Final Fantasy 15. Besides Arden, there was actually a second villain who started this whole mess. You know, by affecting the world civilization and infecting them with the disease that turned them into demons. Most of the Iron Giants you see and all those other demons were people at once. Even Arden has put it out there that they were once people. And this is before Arden's time. Even though, yes, Arden is 1,000 years old because of his immortality. And the only way, Arden could be defeated is if Noctis ended his life after, getting rid of the ring. But that's not the point here. That's not there or there. We're going to be talking about the villain Ifrit. In this game, usually Ifrit is one of the good guys. Is one of the heroes in each Final Fantasy games. This one, he's actually a villain. Because in this one, he betrayed all the other gods. He betrayed, all the other gods. Even the goddess that actually cared for him, and that was Shiva, which is, Gentiama or Gentiama, depending on what you call her. So, yes, Ifrit actually started all this. In this one. So that's why you have to fight Ifrit, because he's also on the side of Arden as well. That's why you have to fight Ifrit. And then even after you defeat Ifrit does not join your party like the other summons do. So, yeah. But Ifrit is actually, in this game, a bad guy. That's why you have to face him before you face Arden. Because actually Ifrit betrayed all the other gods. And, and because of Ifrit's hatred for humans in Final Fantasy 15, because Ifrit has so much hatred toward human beings, because he had so much hatred for human beings, he actually infected people, and then people turned into demons because of that. Because he wanted to replace, Ifrit wanted to replace the world, wanted to replace all the humans with demons. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to rid the world of humans and replace them with demons. So that's what Ifrit wanted to do in this game. So, yes. And in actuality, it was kind of Ifrit that started. So Ifrit's a dick. And yes, I know some of this is I watched some of Final Fantasy Presents video. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give credit for what credit's due, but I don't think he's talked about as much as Arden. Yes, Arden is a good villain, but it's like I think we should discuss. Like I said, there's not very much backstory except for the fact that he's betrayed all the other Astros or goddesses or gods, gods and goddesses. So yes, and at the end, for some reason at the end you do see Shiva giving a kiss to Ifrit. So it could be possible that when Gentiama was Shiva, not in disguise, but as Shiva actually was Ifrit's lover until Ifrit went bad, until this version of Ifrit, because again, there's different versions of Ifrit in any Final Fantasy game. But this version of Ifrit's pure evil, nothing but unadulterated evil, because he wants to turn the whole world into demons and have like demons rule over everything. So that's why he did what he did. So after he betrayed all the gods, all the Astros, I don't know what you'd call them, but whatever you call them, I'm gonna call them gods, Astros, because it's what they're labeled as. Ifrit, being the dick he is, he turns people into demons. So it's kind of his fault. So could it be possible that what happened to Arden was also made by him as well? I mean, could it be possible? I mean, not to say it isn't. Arden did what he did because Arden was jealous because he couldn't have have the power of the crystal because, well, it wouldn't take with someone who has a heart as evil as Arden. Arden got corrupted and evil and tainted by demons. He even turned into one himself. So Arden couldn't, Arden couldn't be compatible with the crystal's powers. So, you know, but as a fan theory think that happened. I think because of that, and he got mad at the gods himself too, wanted revenge on him for not being able to let him have the power of the crystal. I think he and Ifrit formed an unholy partnership to do one thing. Arden wanted just revenge and to get back at people who he thinks screwed him over. That's why he did what he did. Ifrit just wants to turn the whole world into demons because he hates humans. They don't. The problem is they don't go to the backstory of why. He just does. We just know he does, and that's why he betrays the other gods. And then that's why you have to fight Ifrit. But I think Ifrit and Arden had a partnership all along. You know, that's why he was on Arden's side. You know, and you don't really get him after the fight with Ifrit. So proof that Ifrit's an evil god in this game. Like in the other Final Fantasy games, he's your ally. But in this game, this version of Ifrit, the Final Fantasy 15 version of Ifrit is evil. So both. That's why I said there was always another besides Arden. There was always another besides Arden. And I think, and also, I also think Bahamut mentioned this briefly, but you would have to pay really close attention. You know, you have to pay really close attention to the story Bahamut tells you when you go into the crystal. You know, which is the thing that holds you for 10 years, that makes it so your ring gets complete, because Arden wanted Noctis's ring to get complete. You know, because he kind of did help out Noctis a little bit, even though he was a bad guy. He did, so that, you know. So, yeah, I think that's what happened, but we don't know when they formed their partnership, but we know that both Ifrit and Arden are on the same goal. But the point I'm trying to say is, yes, there was another besides Arden, and Ifrit was the second one. Ifrit was. Chancellor Idolus was bad too. We can't forget about Chancellor Idolus, but Chancellor Idolus is no longer there. Again, like I said in my fan theories before, and proof that this fan theory could be realistically be 100% possible, because Ingus mentioned that Ingus mentioned that he didn't know what happened, but he saw the Chancellor's ship fall down. We don't know what happened, so I think Arden killed Chancellor Idolus. That's why you don't see him in the rest of the game besides that cutscene. So, because of that, I think the only two villains are Arden, because Ravis was never a villain. He was actually an anti-hero. You know, he was actually a tragic hero. That's what Ravis was. You know, but and that other guy, I forgot that other old guy. That's another commander besides Ravis. I think, well, you know he's killed, because at the end you see him. You see him hanged on the throne by where Arden is sitting on. So if that's the case, it's 100% proof. No, not 100% proof. 100% facts. 100% facts and evidence that Chancellor Idolus was killed by Arden. 100% proof. Because one of the top commanders are gone. Ingus mentions it. So, yes. What I mean, there's other villains, is there's actually only one villain in one more villain in Final Fantasy 15 besides Arden himself. It's the god Astro summoned Ifrit, the god of fire. And then don't mix up with Chaos, the god of fire from Dissidia. We're talking about he's actually the actual thing, because summons are based off, gods and mythology. But yes, there was actually technically two villains in Final Fantasy 15. one is being Arden and the second one being Ifrit, but since they're in a partnership and they're both on the same agreement, Ifrit would probably follows a little bit of Arden's commands, but then expects to come out with the result of all humans turning into demons, and that's part of what Arden promised Ifrit. That's why I said the only two villains that exist in Final Fantasy 15 were actually Arden and Ifrit. Because proof, again, I think my fan theory about Chancellor Idolus being dead because of Arden, I think it stands. It really does stand. So, I think it really does stand. Sorry, what? Okay. I think it still stands. Sorry, it's on a commercial. I'm kind of using Pandora to do the music. But anyways, as I said, there's only two because Ravis is a tragic hero. I think Chancellor Idolus is killed by Arden, and it's proof when you see one of that old man general at the throne room dangling down, being hanged on, the throne room by Arden. So, and Ian gets mentioning he didn't know what happened. So, again, which would leave you with two villains. One being one of the gods that betray the other gods, or the Astrals that betray all the other Astrals. Because all the Astrals are good except Ifrit. Ifrit fell from grace. And you know what? Ifrit is kind of a reminder of Arden because Arden fell from grace. At one point, Arden was a healer, just like Luna Freya. Arden was a healer just like Luna Freya, but he fell from grace. His jealousy, his rage got the best of him, and it turned him into a rotten person. It got him so bad that Arden turned into a demon himself. Because of his bitter feelings and ill feelings toward everybody else. Which would make sense why Ifrit would work because they're both the same. Ifrit fell from grace because for some reason, something happened in Ifrit's life to make him hate humans. Hence why you have to fight both. So that's where the partnership really comes from, right there, is that fact that, Ifrit turned, and I think 1,000 years after Ifrit, not 1,000 years, many years after, Ifrit turned, Arden has turned, because Arden was supposed to be one of the original kings, but he just didn't get the power of the crystal because, Arden was not pure-hearted. Arden was controlled and consumed by jealousy and rage and bitterness. Like I said, he even turned into a demon. So it would make sense why he and Ifrit would be on the same goal. Now, I'm kind of running a little bit over time right now because I'm using SHAREfactory and I can't go over 15 minutes. I'm not a YouTube partner, but that's just my whole theory right here. This has been not a good theory, my arch fiends. Like and subscribe and share this. And, may the crystal be with you and everything, and have a good day.